Happy holidays, everybody. I'm gonna have a good Christmas. Fantasy MMA last night. Had a really good night. There was no rigged fight, so I won. So let's get into it. On my fantasy MMA, I entered a contest of 9,000. I had 5 of these within, like 200 rank. And see those little dots at the top? That's how I did in compared to the pack. I went 4 for 6 on my underdogs. I went 3 for 6 last week. I do really good at picking picks. So if you want to follow me, I'll follow you back. Yeah, MMA is my thing. So, yeah. My lowest scoring cards, I had like 3 out of the 19 were like 360. The rest were all like 450 and above. Just 12 points away from first place. I would have been super excited. Would have had a really good Christmas if that would have happened, but I'm still going to have a great Christmas. Hope you guys are going to have one too. In fantasy MMA, you need to select a couple underdogs, and I had Semmelsberger and Caceres. I thought Semmelsberger was a tough matchup for Matthews, who looked good against Fiala, but I think he's a little bit overrated and freezes up. Caceres was on a winning streak before he got submitted last fight, and I just thought that Erosa gets tagged and he's a little chinny, and that Caceres has been able to hop on him and submit him, but that's not what happened. He just knocked him out. On this one, I had Semmelsberger and McKenna, so they were low-costing underdogs. So McKenna's last opponent had problems with wrestlers, so I figured that she might be able to wrestle her. She was looking good on the feet too, but McKenna was really young. I was unsure because she looks kind of green in lots, but you got to remember her age. So she looks better every time out, and she really just beat the girl up last night. So good performance by McKenna. I had each of my underdogs 6 times. So Semmelsberger, McKenna, Caceres, Bobby Green, unfortunately, looking good till it wasn't. And then you had Jared Cannonier. I thought he'd been able to get the finish, but Strickland was tough. I didn't think that decision was controversial at all. And Mahashate, I thought he was cheating on the weight cut, so I left him in there as one of my underdogs. But Garcia pulled through for me anyway. That's one of the fights I had evenly stacked. And that's what you usually do. Got to make kind of like a hedge fantasy. Make some cards that go the other way. And the 3 locks that I stacked last night were Albazi. I thought he's a really good prospect. I'd like to see him against a really high-ranked type of opponent. He's a beast. Saryukian, I thought he was going to be a tough matchup. And 3-round fight, I thought he would beat Gamrot. And he's just a really tough matchup for a lot of people. He can choose the path of least resistance, which he did last night against Demir. If a guy's coming in on short notice and you think the other guy's going to win anyway, stack him. That's what I did with Fakhretdinov and Michael Olazashik. They both did really well, finished their opponents. Yeah, always stack the guys that are fighting guys on short notice and or people that are looking terrible on the scales, miss weight, or look fat. That's subjectivity, though. Be careful. But I know the sport as well as anybody. Follow me and I'll follow you back. I want to go live on some fight cards, so if you're interested in going live with me and doing like a companion, that'd be cool.